Saying, just take your swing, get yourself set up so you're right line. One last look, and go.
Right. Yeah, you're not wasting a lot of time. Good putt. Because that's where too many people just stand there and they freeze.
Yeah, and your muscles start to shake.
and then you're in prison because you know your stroke could do anything when you're frozen in time. So you have to stay relaxed, make a practice putt if you want. Go ahead, walk through it, get comfortable, and then boom, pull the trigger. Don't spend a lot of time. You know, your practice. Good, very nice. Your practice on the rail and on, you know, the momentous and the eye-line golf and all those they're all going to build the confidence in what you're doing from a rehearsal standpoint. Beautiful.
Slightly lift
yeah,
the club.
That's a good question. I'm glad you asked that, because one of the things that you can do is, and you'll see a lot of tour players, they won't ever really ground the putter.
Yeah.
So if you ground it in the past, if the ball moved, it was a penalty. So a lot of guys would just hover the putter, and they would never touch the ground and start the stroke with the putter slightly above the ground, so they didn't perfectly ground it.
That's what you're supposed to do? I mean, that's kind of...
Well, that's what the majority of the best players in the world are doing right now. They'll hover that putter. They won't necessarily ground it to the ground.
See, when I hover, I don't get enough stability. I guess I don't have the wrist. So it's definitely touching the ground, but it's just...
Right.
It's just enough to give it friction so it doesn't do this.
And it's total personal preference. I mean, some people, you know, they're just comfortable setting it on the ground and work it into it from there.
Yeah, when I set it on the ground, then I get my hands on it, then I gotta like pull it and lift it off the ground, which creates the jerkiness.
Well, and that's why too, if you can feel like if it's touching the ground but just slightly above it, then the fluidity of your stroke is going to be better.
Okay, good. That's what I wanted to check on. Right? When you hit it, you can feel it hit. I think when I was grounding it more, it's hitting up here instead of...
Right, and on the face, you know, because when the putter comes back and comes through, obviously you're going to hit it. You wouldn't want to hit too much up on it.
Right.
You want to hit down on it, because now the ball's going to skid. So you want to hit it as level as you can. Sometimes too, just keeping that leading edge just slightly above the grass when you start is going to help that stroke stay more fluid.
When I get that, just like you said, just a little above the grass and it swings, you can feel it hit the sweet spot.
That's right.
It doesn't have that clink.
Now that's going to help you, because the ball's going to roll out a little bit more true.
That's true. It's less accelerated.
And you'll have to get used to that, because the goal in this whole thing is to get you just hitting the putt a little bit more crisp, a little bit more solid, and getting the ball to roll a little bit truer. That speed's perfect.